friends, it's day 7 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge, and today we are going to be making honey fermented garlic. If you're new to our channel, right now it's the month of August and we're participating in what's called the Every Bit Counts Challenge, where we're preserving something new every day in the month of August. I'll link that playlist down below in case you're just now catching up with us and you want to go back to the old videos. But today we are going to be making this health powerhouse of food. A few days ago when we made sauerkraut, we talked about the incredible health benefits of fermenting food and all of the probiotic goodness and the gut health and how that boosts your immune system. But today we're taking it a step further and we're going to be fermenting honey garlic. Because garlic is really amazing and potent when it comes to its antibacterial, antiviral properties. It is wonderful for cold and flu season. Honey has great antimicrobial properties. You put the two together and you ferment them, and this is a wonderful thing to have on hand for cold and flu season or to just boost your immune system over time. When you make this, you can pull the garlic cloves out and you can just eat them on something. You can drizzle the honey over meats or as a salad dressing, or you can just take a spoonful of the honey or mix it in some water if you're kind of feeling down or run down. It's a fantastic thing to take daily, really, especially during cold and flu season to boost that. It does take a month to ferment, so you want to go ahead and get it going. It's also a great way just to preserve garlic. If you've got a lot of garlic sitting around and you want to preserve it and you're worried that it's going to go bad, this is so easy and a fantastic use of that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take 3 full heads of garlic and take all of those cloves and put them in this clean jar. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull the skin off of all of these cloves. And I'm going to use this fun little garlic peeler, and I'll link this down below. It's a wonderful little tool. It makes peeling these way easier. It just strips that paper straight off, and then they're just nice and clean. All right, so we have our jar about 1/3 of the way full of garlic cloves, and now we're gonna add the honey. Now, when you get honey, you wanna make sure it is fresh, raw honey. This is delicious honey we got from Sweet Stinger's apiary that's up in Edmond, Oklahoma. So they're local to us, well, local-ish to us, at least in the state. But they're delicious, but I recommend you highly, you find somebody local that sells honey. It is not cheap, but it is way worth it. The enzymes in it get broken down if you heat it. So if you go buy honey off the shelf at Walmart and it's been heated and processed, it kills all of the beneficial enzymes. We're gonna pour the honey in, and we want 1 inch or 2 above the garlic. And you'll notice when you pour the honey in, it's really thick. And we're gonna put the lid on, and we wanna shake it around and get the garlic really submerged in it. And you'll notice when you do this the first time, you may have to add some more honey. And it's really resistant at first, but you'll notice after, this is one that's fermented for a couple of months, and you'll notice it liquefies almost. So that resistance goes away after it's fermented. And actually you'll notice that happening after a few days. So I'm gonna put a little bit more in there just to make sure we're submerged completely. And put the lid on. So you really want to make sure you're flipping it over, really coating that garlic. So once that garlic is coated all the way, you want to make sure we date this. And you want this to ferment about a month before you use it. Now, with this honey garlic, you want to make sure every day, at least for the first 2 or 3 weeks, you're going in and you're flipping it and making sure all of that garlic stays coated. Like we talked about with the sauerkraut, you don't want any piece of the solid exposed to the air above, because that's what causes molding. So, but if you go in every day, and you just make sure all of the garlic is nice and coated. That is going to keep it from going bad, and it's going to keep that fermentation process plugging along. This is going to be a fantastic addition to our pantry. So like I said, it's day 7 in our Every Bit Counts challenge, which means we have been doing this for an entire week. So let's pull out everything so far and just see what we've done in 1 week. All right, here is our results so far from our Every Bit Counts challenge. On day 7, we have the sugar-free applesauce we've made. We have the dehydrated cinnamon apples, our sauerkraut, the fajita packs, the hash browns, and the honey garlic we made today. So as you can see, this is just a week's worth. Imagine what it's going to be like once we have done this for an entire month. It really does add up. And you'll notice some of our projects are really short 5-minute projects, and that's okay. That's the whole point of this challenge, is that every teeny tiny little bit does count. And stocking your pantry does not have to be an overwhelming process, just small, consistent, meaningful steps. Let us know down in the comments, what is your favorite home preservation recipe? What do you like to do? How do you like to stock your pantry? We would love all the tips and tricks. Share them with us, share them with the community. It's fantastic for us to have that open dialogue. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be back on day 8 tomorrow for another home preservation project.